going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube. Just grabbed me a Monster. We're gonna go over to the garage and check the car out. Alright, we just got to the garage. It's a little late, but it's really the only time I got. I mean, I work second shift. It's the way it goes. But damn, messed up the shirt, John. Anyway, so we're here, and I just wanted to say, before I show any of this, this is the first time I've ever put together a car. I mean, I've always loved cars, but you know, it just never worked out right. Buy them, sell them, not really do much to them. And this car means a little bit to me, so I decided it was time to just do what I wanted, what I had a vision for since I bought it. I bought it I think almost 5 years now. I bought it 5 years ago. It was a 331 Vortec C4. Nothing crazy, just like a 500 horsepower street car. And just had nothing but problems with it. Problem after problem. Chasing problems. Think we get ahead, and then something else would happen. Back to the drawing board. So it sat for about 2 years, and I just kind of put it to the back of my head. Was tired of getting my hopes up for, you know, something else to happen. So the reason why, what made me do what I did to this car was, for one, the money, the budget I'm on. And it's probably about January, February, around that time. My dad, he's got a Trans Am, like a 2000 F-body Trans Am WS6. Got a 6-liter in it, and it was a nitrous car. Switched over to a turbo. It was a small VS 7875 with a 4L80. Now keep in mind, my dad's never ever let me drive any of his cars. And one day we're out, you know, we got done, I think we went to a show or something, just cruising around. He's like, oh, you want to take it up and down the road before I put it away? I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. So hopped in, a couple laps, you know, just getting into it a little bit. He's like, you know, give it more. I'm like, all right. So I did, and that changed everything, you know. As soon as I got done driving it that day, I decided, all right, I'm gonna either get this car ready, or I'm gonna port it out and redo everything. So I decided just to part it out, redo everything. And I pretty much made enough money from parting everything out to be able to buy everything that's on this car right now. Well, most of it that's on the car right now. So kind of broke even. I mean, I put a couple grand for my own money into it, but I mean, it's still not bad from a car that was sitting in the woods to now something that could potentially be running and driving in 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that, you know, this is the first car I've built, put together, whatever you want to call it, you know, by myself. I didn't take this to a shop. I didn't pay somebody to do the work. I did it. You know, 80% of it was me. So I'm pretty proud of that. And another thing is, right now the garage we're in, it's actually a buddy of mine. His name's Kyle. Me and Kyle go back to 2nd grade, I think it is. So, you know, about 20 years ago. And you know, growing up we were friends, you know, neighborhood, riding bikes, you know, doing fun shit all the time. And you know, I haven't really seen him or talked to him for years. So one day out of the blue, I ran into another friend of ours, old friend of ours. You know, I was telling him about my car. I needed a few things welded, and you know, I might need this done, that done, fabrication wise. And he's like, oh, why don't you just hit up Kyle? And I'm like, Kyle? He's like, yeah, you know, he welds. I didn't know that. You know, I didn't know he was a welder. So I hit him up. I think he told me to bring it down like 2 weeks later. And he fabricated the whole hot side for me. A few little things. And before he even started on the hot side, you know, he didn't realize how close the car was. You know, he thought it needed a lot more work than it did. But once I brought it here, he's like, oh man, you don't have that much work at all. So he's like, you know, you might as well just finish it here. You know, he said, you know, I got the key. You can have the key. Come in here whenever you want and work on it whenever you want, you know, whether I'm here or not. And I mean, it's hard to find people like that. You know, this was someone I grew up with. I wouldn't even consider really a friend, you know, a couple months ago. Just saying, you know, there you go, work on it whenever you want, here's the key. You know, I thought I was just going to drop it off. He was going to do some welding and I was going to pick it up and probably never see him for another couple years, honestly. But, you know, it means a lot, you know, what the kind of person he is, to just, you know, give up his space in his garage for me to work on it and get it done. And you know, he's actually got a car. It's right behind me. I'll have to show you guys one time. It's a pretty cool car, unique, yeah, I think. But I guess that's enough rambling. Let me show you guys the car.